Well, howdy, folks. This is Bajuka Bog Radio with your host, MTG Ghoul Dude, and we have some a lot of news to catch up on. We all know about the bans and all that happened a while back, and the relinquishing of the uh, Commander Advisory Group, not the CAG, but the RC, or the whatever they're called, being relinquished over to Wizards. But we got some more news to catch up on, so I figured I'd go on ahead and just spitball them all out real fast for you guys and give my little 2 cents on them. So to start it all off, I kind of was peeved because I went onto the Wizards site, looking for just news, something I may have missed and nobody's covering, and apparently you cannot view the Aether Drift spoilers on the actual Wizards site. So if somebody could tell them to get on that, they'd be really appreciated. I did, go find a way around that and actually was able to look at the cards on the site, but that just may be something that I looked into and did. But, with all that out of the way, let's go on to more of the major topics at hand. So, with the Foundation's release, they are changing the way damage is going to pretty much be gone about, I guess. So, the way it does now, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, for me, this has been the thing that we've been doing for a very long time, and I think we've unconsciously did it, but I feel like it's something that still needs to be said. So, the way damage happens now is the example they gave is you have a creature and your opponents block your creature with two creatures, and then they order them. It's a damage assignment order, and because they blocked you with two 1/1s, and now they pump the first 1/1 that they declared as their blocker. And now you can choose, which one you're going to deal your damage first to. But if they now have a pump spell on that creature, you still get to choose, you can kill one of them, but you can't kill the pumped creature. Or you can deal a bit of damage to both creatures and find a way to kill them later. But that's kind of the gist of the new rule. But I feel like we've kind of been doing this a lot in Commander already. So I don't see how this is as big of a deal as some people are actually making it out as. I mean, when you're being blocked, when your 2020 is being blocked by 100 creatures or like 10 creatures that are 1/2s, I mean, and they pump one of them, you just be like, all right, well, I'm going to try and do my best to kill all of them, but, the 2/2 is just going to be in the mix somewhere. They might have, put the pump spell on the first one. That really, just in my personal opinion, that really applies to more along the lines of 60 card Magic. So I think that's just going to be the shock of. And I feel like Arena's been doing this for a while where you can order the blockers how they make them. You can decide how the damage goes and all that. So I feel like they've been testing this out without us knowing, but with us knowing, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, this is not as big of a deal as everybody is pointing at. But if you have a different opinion, let me know down in the comments below. I really like a good discussion with players and, fellows, content creators and subscribers, all of my subscribers. It's really awesome. I love talking to you guys. On to the next order of business. Secret layers, left, right, up, down. They're under the floorboards even. SpongeBob secret layers are coming out, I guess. So that's new. I know we have the Universes Beyond with the Final Fantasy, and all the other secret layers that have been coming out, and I'm just so behind on even which secret layer is which. I feel like this may be just a little too far off the edge. We were reaching at first, with like, oh man, these wacky, cool little cards would be so awesome to have if they were real, like the fan made cards, and now they're actually making cards. They're making SpongeBob cards. It's wild. And yeah, I feel like No pun intended. I feel like we've gone off the deep end. But what do you guys think? Are you guys loving the new, the outward motion that we're getting with the different secret layers, or are y'all just kind of towing the line with them, or y'all just completely fed up with them? And then they have announced that they are going to be doing Universes Beyond as all format legal sets. So they're going to be pretty much standard legal sets, pretty much. I guess you can call it. I see this as a plus and a minus. So as a plus, this is going to be something that, if somebody sees it, they're like, "Hey, I want to get at this. I want to get into it. How can I play it?" This is going to be a great entryway for those players to come into Magic and to be able to actually sit at the table at Friday Night Magic during a standard event, during a modern event, if you're willing to put in a little bit more money for it, a legacy or vintage event, or even a commander night. This is a way for those players to actually get a foot in the door, especially with them being standard legal. Good goodness. I mean, when is the last time we had ugh, a set that was standard legal that was drawn, just oodles canoodles of people drawn in? So that's how I feel like it could be a plus. Now the con on, or the cons, however you want to look at it. On the other hand, for me, it's really just pandering. Like, I love seeing new players. Do not get me wrong. I love seeing new people in the shop. I love seeing, when somebody cracks that first wild mythic cool expensive card, then and it's like the you can see them glowing, and then they find out that it's a Dookie rare and they can't play it. But I mean, it's also the more veteran players that are just like hardcore Magic the Gathering that I feel like are going to take the most flack with this, unless they like have a love for the IP, which I wish they would have made the Assassin's Creed IP set all format legal set. But they have already said in that article that they are going to keep it as modern legal, and that's it. And non-rotation legal. So I guess that's a plus, I guess. But what are you guys' thoughts on the Universes Beyond being standard legal? Cause like I said, it's a mixed bag, because you're gonna have newer people that love it, that want to play it, and they get to play it at a more casual. Standard is not as good as it could be, but and sometimes it's better than it was. But we're getting there. We're gonna hopefully get better. Foundations is gonna come out, and it's gonna rock this world. Apparently, I have a spoiler video coming up, and it's a lot. I mean, to jumpstart from Foundations and regular, the base set, are gonna be some wild times. I've seen so many people, excuse me, so many people just like seeing the one legendary creature. It's like, man, I need this. I got to build around it. This is the perfect commander for my X deck, whatever. Whoever they wanted to build around. And this is actually doing a lot of good for, the commander format. It's doing good for hopefully it does good for the standard format. But I will say, if enough zombies are legal, I will be jamming zombie standard. It's going to be zombie standard everywhere. Just like I need to rebuild my modern deck. Ugh. But, that is neither here nor there. But, speaking of Foundations, they are bringing back the MSRP with Foundations. Now, it's probably not going to be as nice as you want it to be, because, they're probably not going to go back to, $3 a pack or less. But, At least there's a standard, but at the same time, there is the flip of the coin whether your local game store will actually run with MSRP, if they'll actually, do what if they, struggling businesses right now as they are, I would not be surprised if they, did a slight markup on them just to make a little bit more to help the store out. Let me just be frank. We are in very trying times where the Magic Arena, the online settings are becoming more popular with younger children, younger players, than the physical paper setting. And it's just the way people are raising kids, people are growing up. It's becoming a more digital world. And the local game store, the comic shops, the pawn shops and stuff like that, they would, just have, just random magic packs sitting on the shelf. Those stores, probably not the pawn shops because they make money everywhere. But your local comic store, your local, that sells magic, your local game store that you play Friday Night Magic at, those are getting fewer and fewer the longer that time passes. So, take a minute to, drive down to your local game store once a week, every couple weeks, anytime new product hits, spend some money at your local game stores. Love your local game stores. Because, there are some people that don't have game stores anymore that have to travel hour, 2 or 3 hours just to, get to somewhere where they can play Magic if they don't want to play in the kitchen table. Oh man, that was a sad rant. But, with the return of MSRP, it's going to be, we're going to be in shaky waters. But, we're going to make it through it. Magic's going to keep going, hopefully. And, we're gonna come out of this. We've been in some rough waters recently, and with all the good stuff and the bad stuff, we are still Magic the Gathering. We are a community that takes care of each other, that looks out for each other. Because we're all we got. That's something I say out in real life, but that it's kind of true. So all I can really say is buckle up because it can only get wilder from here. But let me know what you guys think, and if you like these kind of podcasts, mini podcasts, little talks, let me know down in the comments below. Or if you have a topic you would want me to discuss on the Bajuka Bog Radio, leave it down in the comments. I love exploring different ideas and different topics and stuff. But, I just can't tell you guys how much I really appreciate everybody that likes, comments, shares, and that's subscribed to the channel. We've had a lot of growth over the year, and I just can't tell you how awesome that is to me. And little side note, we will be getting some product. We will be getting product. I will be getting some product from a not too long ago seller that I bought some stuff from. And if you think who this is, try to take a stab at it in the comments. But they actually reached out to me again, and they want me to review one of their products, which I was highly excited to do. One particular product because it's something that I just thought would be great for me and for a few other players that I know. But we'll see how that goes, and if they like it, that's fine, that's cool. I like it for them. But that is gonna be it for today, and I will see you guys next time on the radio.